Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Dre and DC's Hip Hop Cruise podcast.
What's
And
good? What's good?
and today we got some special guests, some AKA guests. I
Ah,
gotta
we
give
ain't
them
gonna
some
hold it
love.
against
I
them. We
gotta give
ain't
that
gonna hold it
AKA
against them.
love. Much love to the AKAs. We got some
Most
Got
guests
to.
definitely.
here. Huh? What'd
I
you
said
say?
most definitely.
Yes,
We
sir.
got to show
Yes,
a little love to the
yes,
to the
sir.
first ladies. Let's be
Indeed,
real about it.
indeed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Destiny and Nia first time cruisers, so we wanted to get their opinion on, from some first time cruisers, and just to see what they like, what they didn't like. And a lot of times when you got some fresh eyes on a cruise that's been going for 3 years, you can get some ideas, stuff that we didn't see or ideas that we didn't think of. So welcome y'all. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yes,
Pleasure.
doing well. Thank you, Dre. Thank you, DC, for having us. I'm excited. I'm excited to be
Y'all,
here.
y'all sound so
Hey,
professional.
Dre,
Y'all,
we
y'all,
got some.
y'all. I'm telling you, y'all look like y'all news anchors out this joint. I'm looking at y'all
I
like,
know. We got some
damn,
new. Hey,
we look
Dre, we
like the
messing around. Got
eyeballs,
us some
man.
new cousins. We got us some new cousins. Like go to the family cookout, right? And you see
Yeah,
them
y'all
the
know
people over there. You don't know who they
we got
are.
our manners. We coming to
Yeah,
your
yeah.
homes.
We
We're gonna
got
be
new
very
cousins.
polite. So yes.
That's right.
Oh man,
That
well
is
it's good to
right.
have y'all. I'm glad y'all. I'm
Most
glad
definitely.
I
Most definitely.
had the opportunity to run into y'all on the cruise, and
Yes.
so I'll start with you, Destiny. What do you think? What's your opinion of what's the good things and the bad things that you experienced or saw or didn't like?
So honestly, I would say I have been on a high from walking onto the cruise ship, walking off the cruise ship. You ask any of my friends, I have only talked about it since coming back from it. So I actually don't have a lot of low moments. It was truly an enjoyable cruise from the beginning. Now, of course, behind the scenes and talking to other people who had already been in prior years, them comparing kind of their experiences in the past against mine was different, but mine was truly just one. I have never experienced something like Rock the Bells before. I am a cruiser, so I've been on various lines before, but nothing quite like this. So, from the excitement to getting ready for it, seeing the schedules, being able to go in and say, all right, this is going to be on my schedule, even though all of that went by the wayside because I'm thinking I can, I could say, yeah, I'll spend 15 minutes to go and change and do this, but there's always something to do. There's always people who's just willing to welcome us and just have a good time. So it was nothing like what I anticipated. It was so much more than that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's good to
And
hear. That's good to hear.
I think go ahead, DC.
I would just go say she hit it off the bat, right? What we've experienced over the first, well, we can say 3 years now. What we experienced over the first 3 years compared to what Destiny and probably what Nia as well experienced on their first time, there is no comparison. Because you think about it, Dre, our first year on there, bro, we had no idea. We were just on the
Right.
blind was leading the blind.
Yeah.
You running, you trying to get to everything. I think everybody came on the boat with 15 suitcases, but you only wore
Yep.
maybe a quarter of the stuff you packed, and so if anybody had an opportunity to see any of the podcasts leading up to the cruise, that was one of the things that Dre and I foot stand was like, yo, don't even try to make it to everything because you're gonna wear yourself out trying to get to everything. And
Yes.
Destiny, I did the same thing. I'm gonna run in here for 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes turned into the whole show. Now you didn't miss
Yeah.
something over here. I said I was gonna go back and change clothes, but nah, that ain't gonna happen right here. So, but it's good to hear though that you had a pleasant experience, even though we all know that first day was a little rocky. But stuff happens, so it's good to hear that you had a great first time.
Absolutely. And just to add on to that, even things that I didn't think that I was going to go to. So things that I didn't put on my schedule, but I was so pleasantly surprised by, how interesting it was or how much I learned from it. So for instance, the conversations with MC Light, that wasn't something I planned on going to. But when I went there and heard MC Rock, they were just engaged in real talk. And I had no idea. I didn't know that she was leading in the financial literacy realm, right? So
Mm.
just hearing that, it was a breath of fresh air. Everything that I engaged in was really, really good. So just big shout outs to Six Man and everyone who was involved in planning for this because it was literally a large event, and they had to handle all of the logistics from the beginning to the end. And I truly believe they did a good job with it. I knew that we were delayed coming into it that first night, but it still wasn't a down moment. It was the first day we were on the ship. We had, as long as drinks are flowing and, cousins are around, we're going to talk. We linked, I met so many people just on that first day and having that idle time. So I didn't have any down moments.
Right, right.
That's
And I
what's
and I
up.
always say, like, and DC, you hear me say this all the time. That cruise ship could have stayed there the whole week. Like, I
Yeah.
whether
Yep.
I try to tell some of these third time cruisers, they's like, oh, we supposed to leave at 12. Who gives a damn if we left at 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
One,
The
two, three,
same
or four.
activities. It was the same activities whether we were moving on the boat or not. I understand some they had to get off. Some people had to get off, but still, like, man, like I said, it's I could stay on there all. I'll stay on there the whole 4 days, 5 days in Miami. It didn't really matter to me, so I had a good time. Nia, what's up with you? What was your experience?
Well, as I mentioned before we started the call, not only was this my first Rock the Bells cruise, this was my first cruise ever. So I didn't really know what to expect going in. I knew it would be, a lot of artists, a lot of music, but the moment that I landed and got to the hotel, I met U2. I don't know if you guys remember this. I walked
Yep.
into the lobby, and as I'm checking in, I meet U2, and I said, you know what? This is going to be a great week. I met the cousins. This is it. We're good. Checked into the hotel, and we were ready to go. I mean, that's kind of where the cruise started, right? You check into the
Right.
hotel, you're ready to go. That first Sunday, I think it was Sunday, we checked in. But yes, I would say as a profession, I have over 20 years working in hospitality and event management and planning, and I would say they handled things well, right? Not very many lows for me, tons of highs, but I believe that Rock the Veils and the six-man team did a great job of rebounding on those things that happened, and especially on that day one. But overall, no complaints really. I mean, it was a great time, great artist, great company. What can you say there?
And
Yeah.
that's what I I know, Dre. I've said this 50 million times. I feel like we the one to put the cruise on. I feel like we got stock in this. So when we hear people, whether it's their first or third year, they come on and they talk about all the highs and exciting times that they had. It makes me feel good because for a couple of reasons, but the main reason is when we get these good feelings like this usually leads to something continuously going on. When you got
Mm-hmm.
all the negative stuff, that's when they want to cut it. But when you got all the
Mm-hmm.
positive things coming from the cruisers, you hear the positive stories coming from the performers, the artists, and things like that. It makes me feel good because I know this is something that'll probably go on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And when you sit and think about it, we kind of talked about it before we came on. There's several other different theme type cruises, but there's nothing like Rock the Bell where you just got, if you're a hip hop head, you just got, in so many
Mm-hmm.
words, 24 hours of nonstop hip hop in some sense. And then with them adding the, nothing against the Wild and Out the first 2 years, but with them going with the full scale comedians this year, and I hope y'all got a chance to check out the comedy show. To me, that was
Yes.
like the
I like,
putting the little
yeah,
sprinkles on the
that
top,
was
right?
one of my top threes. That
Yeah.
comedy
I,
show, and I
I
went
would. I
both
was just
times.
gonna say that. Yes,
That
I
that
was
was
just
one of
gonna
You know
my
say
what?
that
top
was one
three.
of my top highlights of the trip. The
So I
comedians. I
tell you
mean, they
what,
were
Anthony,
just
what? Give
fantastic.
me your top three highlights then, since you went there. What was your top
Oh
three?
my goodness. Okay, so mine is kind of biased because I'm a girl from the South. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
one, I would definitely say Juvenile, Mia X, any Little Brother, any of the South artists. That was my top highlight because, of course, a lot of you all are, a lot of the cruisers were from New York and areas like that. But it was just good to have that South got something to say component, just having that representation. I'm always going to represent the South. So that was number one. I would probably say that comedy show was
Mm-hmm.
number two because it was so good. It was so good the first time that I actually ended up coming back the next time. And then the
I did
third thing that
the
I
same
would just
thing.
say,
I did the
I mean,
same
I'm sorry, the
thing.
second time. Then the third thing will probably be just the proximity, like the access that we have to the artists, to the comedians, to the DJs, and how welcoming not just everyone on the ship was, but even them. They were truly accessible to us. I have a camera full of photos and selfies with, people who I've seen on television and podcasts or whatever. So it was just the proximity and just how everyone was accessible. No one was saying, no, now it's not a good time or any of those things. So I really enjoyed that.
Okay. So if I heard you right, you said the South component, the comedy show, and then the accessibility to all the artists and performers and things like that.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
What
and the
about you,
drinks.
Nia?
If I had
Oh
to do
yeah,
an honorary
the drinks is
mention,
a given.
those bartenders was heavy
When you
handed.
look at something that got
Um,
a special category at the bottom, that's what drinks are. Drinks in
The
that
drinks.
special category, that's a given.
that's right. I don't
What
want
about
to
you, Nia?
copy exactly what Destiny says, but it's kind of the same. I'm from the West Coast, so to have the West Coast represented, when I think I saw the lineups from the past years, it definitely seemed to be a New York, East
Mhm.
Coast thing. But to have the Dog Pound, to have DJ
Yeah.
Artistic, I mean, he would play his sets at midnight and they were just all West Coast underground. I mean, it was just a delight to have that. And we showed out. The LA folks showed out. So we love that. The comedians. I have seen Lance Woods before in DC and things of that nature, but just have them all together. Affion Crockett, his movie. I don't know if you guys were able to see his movie
I didn't
that
get a chance to
premiered.
do that.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was awesome. And he did a really great, question and answer at the end of his movie. So I love that. Um, Third, I guess I'm gonna have to just piggyback what Destiny said, just the access. I mean, I was at the bar and Manny Fresh walks up and orders a drink next to me. I mean, where would you ever have that experience?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm walking around and MC Light just walks by and takes my phone and snaps a picture. Like, you just would never have that kind of access in any other situation. So, I mean, it was just, I've told people, I said, look, even if I don't go next year, you have to go. As a music
Yeah.
lover, please look into it, save your money, make the payments every month. The access was just something you can't even put into words.
Okay. All right. So
Another
we
honorable mention, I'll probably say the DJs.
Yes.
I mean, we're of the hip hop culture, and we all know how a DJ can make or break any type of event or any
Yep.
parties. Those
very true.
Mhm.
DJs were so good. So it's almost like they continue to keep the atmosphere at this very, upbeat party type of thing. The DJs were so good. The Bimini Beach Club, that was a really
Mm.
good experience. Again, I attribute that to the DJs and just, the atmosphere, the weather. I would be hard pressed to find another event or happening that is just as entertaining as this one because it was so good.
Yeah, I agree. And Nia, to your point, with you being from LA and
Mhm.
you're on the East Coast,
Mhm.
so for me, like if I was in LA, right? Even though and I'm from the East Coast, right? And I'm in LA, and I have friends or whatever here in LA or whatever. Um, I mean from Jersey or New York, and I'm in LA and they're there, and we all having a good time. It just hits different. Like so, if I'm in LA and I see a New York rapper, it's like not that I feel alone, but if I see a New York rapper, I'm like, oh wow, somebody with me. They
Yes.
know how it is at home. And so when you're on the East Coast and you see an LA rapper, the dog, especially the Dog Pound, you like,
Yes.
yo, I'm not home, but I'm there. Like you
We
connect with
we
them because
understand.
they,
Yes, we connect. Yes.
yeah. And then they start
Yeah.
playing certain songs that nobody else knows about, but you have to be
Yep.
from LA to know about this. You know what I mean? And it just really makes you feel good. So I get it. Um, that is
Such
great.
a great
I'm glad
feeling.
they had a mix. I like a mix of different, not just New York, LA. I like, somebody from Detroit, St. Louis. Like, it's just good to have people from all over. So I get your point. That's definitely something to be like, yeah, like I can see why you put that in your top three. Um,
Yeah, it was such a great feeling. And I even stopped into DJ Paul. He did the Memphis
Woo!
set. And I
That
was
Yes.
like,
Memphis
I
set,
never heard these
hey,
songs
that Memphis
before.
set was everything.
Oh my
Yes.
God. I never heard these songs before, but I felt it, and you could
Yep.
see the way the folks were reacting like this was the song Memphis in 95 or whatever it was. It was just such a good, they did a great job at just kind of targeting those locations and really making sure those DJs really understood the assignment for
Yeah.
those cities.
And they did.
Mhm.
That's a
They
good
really did.
point that y'all bring up because I guess I'm the mutt. I'm from the Midwest, so we get everything: East Coast, West Coast, South. And I think I've said this several times in some of the podcasts that we did in the past. And then being in the military, I'm retired military, so I did 20 some years in the
Mhm.
military. So I've had an opportunity to live a little bit of everywhere, and and that's why I know go go. That's why I know house music like I do. That's why I know the West Coast, down south. The East Coast is a given because that's the birthplace. But Nia, you hit it on the head. I popped into that DJ Paul set, and I automatically had flashbacks back to when I was in college. I had to, hey,
Yes.
I was about to go out there and break out the gangster walk and the whole nine because that's what I was accustomed to, you know what I'm saying, growing up. But then I thought about it. I probably was gangster walking too much in college. That's the reason why I had to join the military. But anyway, it to that point, that's the beauty of the cruise. And you hit it on the head, and I know Dre can contest to this. That first year, because it was so brand new, I know I didn't really care where the music was coming from, but you did hear like the ladies, like, yo, where's the lady? Where's the women representation? You definitely heard cats from the West Coast, like, yo, what's up with the West Side? Because I think that year was
Mhm.
supposed to be Warren G, but he backed out. Oh, we had
Yeah.
Too Short.
Mhm.
Too
We
short.
had
Yeah,
Too
too
Short
short.
Okay.
that
Yep.
year.
He tore that junk
Uh,
up too, man.
he sure did. That Too Short, my guy. Now you talk about Nia, you was at the bar and Manny Fresh came up and got a drink. I'm sitting in the cafeteria getting some food. Too Short comes next to me. So I don't know if he just looked at me and just realized it. I think he's a nut and he's a fool. We just went at it. We started joning on each other. And where else can you get that
No,
type of
you
experience?
couldn't. You just
And
can't.
you can't. And that's the part we've said this 90 million times. Dre hit it on the head. We didn't care if we left Miami, and we really didn't even care what the lineup was about because for us, 3 years in, it's meeting people like y'all on the first time,
Yep.
welcoming y'all into the
Wow.
Yep.
family.
Wow.
It's running back into our boy Backspin that we ain't seen in a year. Me and Drake,
Mhm.
we developed a hella fire relationship with DJ Epps. So being around DJ Epps and rolling with him and just those type of things for us is what really makes the cruise. And then
Yeah.
everything else is a bonus, But
Yep.
that's why you said before you was like, you might not be able to make it next year. Like what? Because I feel like really
Yeah.
you could now. I want to see you at the family reunion when we
That's
getting
right.
some barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
when we pouring drinks out the paper bag, like ain't nobody supposed to know we over there drinking. You know, that's what I'm looking for. So
Yeah.
I never really thought about being someplace and you're like, dang, all right, I'm by myself, and then you hear the dog pound drop something, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I can start crib walking. I'm at the crib, right? So that's the beautiful thing about the boat, though.
Yeah. When Corrupt was it, yeah, yo, when Corrupt did his part in Doggy, like the Snoop song,
Uh, Snoop,
It's a doggy
yeah,
dog world.
yeah.
Hmm.
My whole body was just
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man, it was just a vibe up in that joint, man.
Yes, that was one that was not on my
Oh,
schedule, but I stayed out there. That was the night we had on our costumes. I stayed out there and
yep.
had the time of my life. So again,
yes.
I would really like anybody who's coming on as a first timer next year. I would just tell them, please just have your schedule just a tentative plan, but
Yeah.
please try to experience things outside of your schedules. Because again, I knew Corrupt, I knew the Dog Pounds, I remembered them, but not just, we just thinking like, oh, I wasn't that much of a fan. Oh, when I sat out there in that set, I realized, oh yeah, I really am a fan.
Oh, I am a fan, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
It was
yep.
so good. So same thing with like Family Feud. Some of the activities that they had that I didn't necessarily, make time for because I wanted to see artists. that Hip Hop Family Feud, it was so fun. It was just a good
Hate that
time, a
I
good
missed.
experience.
I hate that I missed. I really wanted to go and support our girl since she was D9, but I don't know if we got caught up with Epps or something, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we was meeting with 6 Man or something. We got caught up and couldn't make it. But
It was
I heard
live.
you.
It was live. They
I
put one on
heard.
the team with Twister, and then they did the other one on the team. I think with Guy Tori, one of the
Oh, okay.
comedians. It was live. It was so good. So again, they really put a lot of time and effort into all of the planning and everything. So again, just kudos. It was a great experience.
And I'm gonna tell y'all
That's
one
what's up.
thing. I don't know if you seen Jada Kiss walking around, but
I
if
got a
you
picture with him.
what you saw then, that's how he was last year too, living his best
Yep.
life, just by
Yeah.
himself.
Last year he was like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was in such awe
yeah,
of what was going on. They should use him for marketing because he was literally on the phone. Don't know who he was talking to, telling people like, "Yo, bruh, y'all don't know what y'all missing.
He
This
probably
is
was telling
live."
Styles P and Chic, and
Probably
that's how they
was.
came this year.
Probably was because once again, where do you get that that type of
Yeah.
proximity and matureness? That's it,
Yeah.
Dre. Matureness.
Yeah.
hmm
People are mature. Ain't nobody tripping. Everybody's respectful. Yeah, the
Mhm.
brothers might be a little drunk trying to holler, but that's life, right? But for the most part, everybody's respectful, and that's what makes the whole Rock the Bell cruise what it is.
yeah.
Let me ask y'all ladies this: at any time on the cruise, did y'all feel not safe?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Think about going to a concert or think
Uh
about
oh,
going to a club.
Destiny. Oh, I don't
Oh,
know. That
hold on,
Just
hold
answer.
on. She had a stank face. Did I miss it? Did Destiny have a
one
stank face?
incident, but that's just it. I mean, again, like you said, people could do a little too much drink. I wouldn't attribute it to the atmosphere of the cruise or anything.
Okay.
But yes, sometimes when guys are a little drunk, they get a little touchy feely. But I was able to handle it and was able to
Okay.
go on about the day. But it
And you,
it was
Okay.
yeah.
yeah,
Just keep your hands to yourselves.
yeah,
Look what
That's
y'all
yeah.
right.
say.
That's
I
right.
tell you this much.
That's right.
Had that situation or situations even remotely went left, you would have found out you had about 500 big brothers
Yeah.
Absolutely.
quickly
I
on
believe
that
Yeah.
boat.
it.
Quickly.
Yeah, so my wife was like telling me that she didn't tell me until like 2 days ago. She's like, yeah, I was on the elevator and this drunk guy got on and he touched me, and there was guys on the elevator, but they thought that she knew him, he knew her, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if they thought they were together, but they just assumed that because he was just wilding. But she ain't tell me that on the cruise. Like she never tells
Well,
me.
it's a good thing she didn't.
She don't never tell
Yeah.
me stuff like even in the store. Like she's like, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. First of all, I'm not the 1990 Andre. I'm 2025 Dre. Like I'm 53 years old. Like I'm like I would have said something. I would have talked to him like a man, but not causing no trouble or nothing. But he's drunk. He's probably drunk, and that's the only reason why he probably did that because he was drunk. So not that excuses it, but he still would have. I would have to talk with him. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, it was cool. Like liquor. That
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of gets a pass because some people they get a little drunk and they say stuff. A lot of them may feel like regret the next day or whatever like that or apologize. So I don't really count that as an issue, but I do. So, but that's why I guess she didn't tell me because I probably would have said something.
Or do you
Some
imagine if
guy,
she had told us? I'm gonna say us. You imagine if she'd have told us?
yeah,
See,
I
you might
mean,
not. You might not have no 1990 Dre in you. I still got some 1990 MC.
Right.
yeah, I
You would
mean,
have
I
been in
do.
the.
I got it. Like if you break in my house,
Right.
I might hit the combo and pull it out. But
That's right.
but
I don't
yeah,
play
but
when it comes to the women like that. I don't play like that.
I
And
protect women at all costs. I don't give a damn if it's my woman. It could be my enemy sister, and I will
Thank you.
protect the woman at all costs.
I'm
Because
with
we
you,
don't
bro.
get
Appreciate that.
these women. The black women don't get protected at all. So I will do it at all costs. I done fix. I remember one time within a week's time, I think I might have fixed 2 flats for some people, a black woman because She had a flat, like, and I was on my way to a show or coming from a museum or something with my wife. But I just, it's my sister. That could be my sister. That could be
Yep.
my aunt. That could be somebody. So
Mhm.
I just got it. I'm obligated. I don't choose to do it.
We
I have
love
to
that.
do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right. Much love for that. But yes, I
yeah,
mean,
Thank
the
you.
overall atmosphere, I feel like I never met a stranger up there. Anywhere that I sat, I always immediately, the person would talk to me, I would talk to them. I have met so many people. I have so many selfies with people who
Mhm.
I met.
Mhm.
So I mean, I know there was some. I got two people who are like now my cruise besties from here on
Mhm.
out. Where it's just like, where you going? Are you up yet? Are we going here? People who I literally just met. So again, the overall atmosphere. I mean, it was so welcoming more than anything in the world. You can literally go there by yourself, and you are going to know somebody, have their contact information within the first few hours.
yeah.
And
What y'all
genuine.
can
It was truly genuine.
What y'all camera roll look like? Because I know my first cruise, I must have,
Crazy.
I couldn't tell you.
Bro,
I took a picture of
whoo,
everything. What y'all camera
Yes.
roll look like? What them numbers looking like?
Crazy. Like when I take pictures, selfies here and there, all the themes are really nice. I was a part of the Facebook group, maybe since earlier this year. So just seeing people back and forth kind of saying like, oh, well, these two are kind of the same things and all of that. Completely committed to all of the theme nights. So, got a lot of videos. I had to take so many videos of the sets because that was the other thing. Thinking that you're on a cruise, I go to a lot of concerts too and a lot of festivals. So thinking that we're going to get like a watered down version of a performance or any of those things, not at all. I mean, everybody literally brought their A game. Everything was good, especially like when the locks and some of the others
Mhm.
like MC Light, they had their video reels going in the background. And I pay attention to stuff like that, like stage
right.
production. It
Yeah.
was
Yes.
so well thought out, and they all did a really good job. So I have tons of videos, tons of photos, and I've just been passing my phone to people like, please look at this, because folks they've never
Yes.
heard of stuff like this. So I'm like, no, look and see, beautiful clear waters in Bimini. Like seeing that,
Yes.
having the weather just be so cooperative. It was just I couldn't plan it better.
Let me
Yeah.
tell y'all a little something. So this is the third year that we finally got good weather
That's
and
right.
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
didn't miss the spot with the beach.
That's right.
Mhm.
You
The
right.
first year, the first
Wow.
year we end up staying in the Bahamas overnight and we never went to the second location.
Wow.
Last year,
It was the
why
weather
we did
still.
same thing. Same thing. We had to run from the storm
Yep.
and so we didn't make it to the beach. So to finally get to do it this year, like we was telling Epps, they got to make sure wherever we go in the future that they have the same type of setup, whether it's
Mm.
a beach party, a pool party, have the DJ out there. I'm mad I didn't stay out there. I'm mad I didn't go out there earlier and stay longer. Uh, because all the reels and the pictures I saw afterwards, I was like, damn, I should have went out there and stayed longer. But I'm glad that we finally got to take that in this year.
Yeah. That was nice.
Wow. So wow, I can't believe it. So 2 years in a row you just stayed on the boat, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we so
Yeah.
year one and year two, we got to the Bahamas. We were able to get off the boat in the Bahamas. We were supposed to leave and go to another Bahama spot the first
Mm-hmm.
year. There was a
Okay,
storm
gotcha.
out there, and out of all the boats that docked, we were the only one that didn't leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we stayed, but I don't think nobody cared that we didn't leave because one, they allowed us to go into off the boat on the island all night long. So I think some people did take advantage of that. And two, we just kicked it. The lineup was so off the chain that first year that yeah, it was just a good time. So no one really cared that we didn't
Yeah.
get off the boat. I
Let me
mean,
see
didn't
that
leave.
line up. Hold up.
Yeah, I know it's behind me. What is that from?
Yeah, well, speaking of lineups, Dre and DC, tell us how much of your input, like, do
Mhm.
Six Man or Rock the Bells really take your input when you say, "Hey, I want to see these people"? Do they really try to make those happen in your
Hell
experience?
yeah. I
Yeah.
was doing that was one of my questions I had for y'all in a minute. So since you brought it up,
Okay.
to answer your question, yes, they really do take into consideration the folks, the artists, the DJs, the comedians that you recommend. They really, truly do. I think last year, and I'm not just saying it was me, but if I look at that lineup from last year, hold
I got two of the same. Let me go find it.
on. Oh shit, I didn't realize I had the one from this year up already. So if I look at last year, I had Busta Rhymes I wanted to see, so he was there. Redman and Method Man, which they didn't show up, but they were on the lineup. I'm a huge 8 Ball MJG fan. They was on the lineup.
Yes.
And
Mm.
Goody Mob. So
Oh,
four of
he was
the
good.
yeah, so
Wow.
four of the performers that were on there last year were people that I recommended. So yeah, if you haven't done it yet, that survey that they sent out, please fill that out and put who y'all would like to see. Also on that Facebook page that we all part of, drop your
Hmm.
lineup in there as well. Because they
Hmm.
really do. They really just like this podcast. Me, Dre, and I had no idea that this podcast was going to grow legs and run off like it did. But they're really listening to the things that are being said on this podcast as well
Yep.
to ensure that
Fantastic.
what happens in the future, is for us, the fans, us, the cruisers. So
That's
yes,
good.
ma'am, they really do consider. So with
Oh,
that said, Destiny, who's 5 people you like to see next year?
Look, I already put my post in the Facebook group. I said Ja Rule. That's it.
Okay.
That's the post. I
yes.
want to see Ja Rule. I think he would be really good. Again, I think I'm a little young. I just turned 40 this year. So
Oh,
I
you
think
a
I'm a
baby.
little younger than the average, but I
I
still
got kids
appreciate
almost
a
your
lot of
age. You a
I
baby.
still appreciate a lot of the artists, but I'm like, if we could just inch in just a couple of those people who was really holding it down for the late '90s, early 2000s. So definitely Ja Rule. If I had to say one other, I would probably say Missy Elliott. Just having her, just knowing
Yeah,
what she has
I
done
put
for hip
her on
hop,
my.
having that,
She's on my.
woman perspective, I would love to see those two. That's pretty much, I think anybody else, I don't care because I'm coming and I'm going to have a good time. So
She
I,
said she don't care
if
because she
y'all just
coming.
want my
That's what's up.
one, Ja Rule, definitely.
That's what's up.
Oh
So Nick,
man.
I know you won't be able to. You may not be joining us next year, but I know you'll be back in the future. So
Oh,
who
I
would you
mean,
like to see if you were coming next year? Who
Oh
would you like to see?
boy.
That's hard, ain't it?
It
Yeah,
is
you
hard.
know what's
I
gonna
would
happen. The people
say
she gonna
again,
say gonna show up and she ain't gonna even be there. She gonna miss it.
just I might just come depending on, again, just being a West Coast. I would love DJ Quick if they could, kind of
Yeah.
pivot and bring a DJ Quick. Not only because of his rap music, but he's produced a lot of music, and for him to kind of showcase that would be awesome. Um, I know we had DJ Paul, but I mean, could they bring? Has 3 6 been on?
oh, that
Well,
would
you
be
know
good.
if they bought 3 6 on that boat,
You
Yeah,
see,
woo,
yeah, that would
that
be
would be good.
great. Yeah, I would like to see that.
tear the club
Um,
up, tear the club up. Man, it's gonna be wild.
and I think Scarface was last year, right? So I'm bummed I
Ooh.
missed that one. Yeah,
No,
that would
no,
have
bring
been
them back.
awesome to
Bring them
see.
back.
They'll
If
Yeah,
bring
they
bring
him
him
still
back.
back.
do it,
Yeah,
bring them back.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to see him. I would love to see him.
He
He's
put on
definitely
a
on my list.
he put on a show, and we had him last year right after he recovered from that illness. So he
Yep.
was very thankful
Mhm,
to be present. Okay, who you
mhm.
got, Dre? Did we ever discuss who you put on
We
yours?
did. You know what we did? We mentioned the do it alls and
Oh yeah, Lords of the Underground.
yeah, but I think I wouldn't mind if I'm going on LA side, I would want to see Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Yeah,
Okay, you
Now if
know who
yeah.
you
mine is.
all three, that's just
If
yo,
That's
we
that would
going
be
epic.
West Side,
crazy.
Yeah,
if we
that would be
going West
Yeah.
Side,
iconic.
I gotta have give me Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
Give me
Okay.
Cypress Hill.
Yeah,
Give me
I
Cypress
like
Hill. We
it.
didn't had E40. We didn't had Too Short.
Hmm.
Uh, like I said, it was Warren G was supposed to be there. I think I said somebody else. Warren G was supposed to be there first year. DJ Quick would be a nice addition.
Mm-hmm.
And to
DJ Quick.
Destiny's point, because literally I do got kids damn near your age. Give me Ludacris.
Yeah.
Give
Oh,
me
yes.
Easy,
Yeah.
and bring back golly, Lil Jon. Little
Oh,
John that
he's
first
yeah.
year.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know Lil Jon was up there. See, that would have been really good.
Wow.
And I know people don't want R&B artists, but I think T-Pain, if I had to pick one, or just maybe if they did it together, I think T-Pain would have been really, really good. But
Yeah.
another ensemble, The Breakfast Club. I thought that would be good because DJ
Oh
Envy is a
yeah.
DJ, Jess
I ain't
Hilarious
thought
is a
about that one.
comedian, and then Charlemagne has done so much with mental health. So I think having like one of the seminars around Black mental health, I think that would be a really good one, and they would
Make
enjoy
sure
that.
you put that out there. I never
I
thought
will.
about the Breakfast
That's
Club.
good.
But that would be a good one because I know a lot of people have been pushing for 85 South. Had the
Oh,
85
okay.
South show on
Yeah.
there. But the Breakfast Club, I never thought about that one. And then I'm a huge Gary Owen fan. If
That's
we
yeah.
bring
That's
any
what we
comedian,
said. Yep. He would
give
be
me
Yeah.
real
Gary
good.
Owen. Give me Gary Owen.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
that's
funny.
good.
He's
He
funny. And
improvs
you know
real
what?
good.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
while we
Rob.
have Manny Fresh, if Manny Fresh comes back, maybe he could bring some more Hot Boys
Yeah.
So
Yes.
or more Cash Money.
Manny's been a
You know.
mainstay. And every year Manny said he was gonna bring somebody, and who he said he
Mhm.
was bringing, he bought. Last year I remember him telling me, he said, "Man, I'm gonna bring Juvenile, just watch." And I'd be damned if that wasn't one of the first things we saw. So you're right. If he could bring, it'd be cool if he could bring all the Hot Boys back.
Yes. Yes, that
Yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah.
And then one I put out there today because somebody had mentioned, somebody had posted, had Trick and Trina been on, and everybody's like, yeah, yeah. And I said it's about time for Uncle Luke to
Yes.
grace us.
Yes.
Have him. He can do while we import.
There
Have
you
him
go.
while we import. Get
In
everybody.
Miami.
Yep.
Bring
That's
everyone
when.
onto the ship, and then he can go ahead and come off after. Yes,
Yep,
that would be awesome. The
that's
slip
when you gonna
inside,
find
the
out
host
who still got.
side.
That's when
That's
you're
when
gonna
you're gonna
find
find
out
out
who
who
still
still got
got good
Meg
knees.
knees.
You're gonna find out who got good knees on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I think
Destiny's
I'm gonna have to
good. She
do a
got those
whole lot of
40-year-old knees. You're
stretching.
good.
I wouldn't mind them trying to get Meth and Redman back. Like
Of
I don't know
course.
what happened, but I wouldn't mind getting them back either. And I know this is crazy. This will never happen, but I would want them to get Jay-Z on there. I know that ain't gonna never happen. Or Nas. Nas would be
Jay-Z.
nice too.
Nas is more.
I think
That's
you can
more
get
feasible, I think, than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
with you, Neil. I think
Jay-Z
Nas
will
is
never
more
come.
feasible as well. I don't know if he would cruise with us the whole time, but I could see him either doing it before we leave or
Mhm.
like in the past couple of years where we were in the Bahamas, they brought like Rick Ross came on in the Bahamas, did his thing while we were in
Mm-hmm.
the Bahamas, and
Wow.
then left. So I could see Nas doing something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So 6 Man is listening. I know, and we'll speak
Yeah.
to them again. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot. I think they're gonna do. I really think they're gonna come through again next year, even better. I just know it. I
They're
mean,
gonna almost have to.
yeah.
If
Yeah, because y'all graduate. It's y'all senior year.
I'm
So
at
I gotta
graduation.
make sure I don't skip no classes next year.
I ain't
And
skipping no classes. I'm studying. I'm doing all my work. I
And
need
next
to
year's
walk.
longer, right? I think I saw the dates. It
It's
appears
a
to be a
day longer.
Yeah, one day
year.
longer. Yep.
Yeah, so they really have to bring it. Hmm.
And like I said, like last week, I was like, I think it was like last week. It was like November 2nd. I said, a year from now, we're gonna be on a ship right now. Like that's how far out I'm focused. Like I'm just ready, and I don't
me
want to get
too.
myself too pumped up because I know it's so long. Like it's such a long time away, and it'll go fast. But part of me just be like, don't think about it because you're just gonna tease yourself because it ain't for another year. But then
Yeah.
another part of me is like, I can't wait. So I'm
As long
excited.
Goes
as we
by
keep
quick.
doing this podcast, we gonna tease ourselves because every time
Yeah.
we do a episode, we gonna talk about next year.
Yeah,
Yep.
it did come quick. I think I bought mine maybe in April. I was actually on another cruise when I bought it, and I went to Dreamville this year. It was Dreamville's last year, and I was just like, all right, I got to find something else since they're not going to do Dreamville anymore. And I was on a cruise that following week, and that's when it came up saying like, oh, they may have some tickets available. So I bought it immediately. Then I joined the Facebook group, and it seemed like from there to November came so quick, or that last week in October came so quick. And I mean, everybody kept saying, have you packed yet? Did you get your theme outfits? And I was like, no, I didn't actually. So it really does come by very quickly.
Yeah.
It
How
goes
did
by
y'all
quick.
hear about the Rock the Bell cruise?
Someone in
Um,
my suite, I was in the Dreamville suite this year, and someone in the suite said, she will always send us different things. So I think it was like a Brazilian concert festival and one music festival. And she was like, "Do anybody want to go to this?" And she has sent the Rock the Bells one. And she actually didn't end up coming, but when she sent it, I thought, "Oh, this is a nice lineup," because at the time I think Fabulous was still up there, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe one other person. So I was like, "Oh yeah, this is really, really good." So immediately when I got it, I said, "All right, let's do it."
Okay.
yes. And my best friend, I think you guys met her. Her name is Isha. She was on the cruise. She did her second trip, and she went solo last year. She couldn't get any of us
Mm-hmm.
to go. Come on, let's go, let's go. And she went solo, had a blast. She's like, "You guys have to go with me this year." So that's how I found out about it. But I want to say something really quick. We talked about artists. We didn't mention any female artists, and I just want to shout out. I mean, Mia X, Light, they were amazing. Could we do Queen Latifah? Could she? I mean,
I
is
said the
that
same thing. I said the
is Queen
same thing.
Latifah?
Yeah, you did,
Yeah,
Dre. Dre said that a couple of episodes ago.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna ask and push for it. I think if everybody push for it, I think they'll try to reach out to her at least.
Hey, Dre, you know how we can get Queen Latifah?
How? Go back to
Do
Jersey?
it all.
Huh?
Do it all.
Oh yeah,
Do it all.
yeah. I went to
If
school.
the
I went to
laws of the
school with Do It
underground,
All. So if I
if
know y'all,
laws
I
of
don't
the
know if y'all knew
underground
that,
become, yeah.
but yeah, I went to school with Do It All at Shaw University. He plays Alpha, so he
Hmm.
him. I forgot his his whole line, but he went to Shaw and he's down for coming, and I think he could get them honestly because he's real big in Jersey. He's got a good relationship with everybody. He's a councilman, so I think he would. I think he would. So I'll reach
That's a
out.
good call, Neil. That's a good call because Dre
Yeah, I
It
has
is.
mean,
mentioned it several times about Queen Latifah. If we could, I, the problem I have with like some of the, and it's not problem, I should say concerns, with some of our biggest artists is would they cruise the whole time with us?
Right.
mhm,
I think that's
right.
what be keeping them from coming because I don't
Mhm,
know if they would cruise the duration because like the first year, Too Short got off in the Bahamas. Nick
mhm,
Cannon and them got on in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Yeah.
Last year, I think MC Light was MC Light on last year? Yeah,
I
I
think
think
so.
MC
Yep.
Light got on in the Bahamas. She didn't start
Mhm,
off with us. Where this year she was with us the whole duration.
mhm,
So
Yeah.
mhm,
with a Latifah, with a Nas, with a LL,
mhm,
which
Oh,
everybody still wants to
mhm.
see,
I
Yes.
you
got
know.
one. I got one. And
What you got?
if y'all get this female rapper, I will be so grateful. Rage.
I knew
Please
you
get
were
Oh,
gonna
Rage.
talk about Afro
yes.
If you
Puff.
can get Rage,
Afro
I will be the
Puffs.
happiest person in the world. Rage,
Yeah,
yo, she nice, man. She is
she's
nice.
nice.
People
And you
sleep
don't
on
see her
Rage.
a lot. Yeah, you don't see her a lot. So that would be a special appearance. I
Yep.
agree. That would be really special to have her on.
I agree. That's why I
Hmm.
was so excited about Mia X because we actually hadn't
Hmm.
seen her. We had just saw her at the Verses the
That's
weekend
right.
prior, and
Yeah.
she
Hmm.
completely killed it. But as soon as I saw, I went and I put my camo pants in my suitcase because I was like, I'm going to represent for Mia X and the No Limit Soldier. So
She had
you're
no
right.
limit soul.
Rage will be good. I was so excited to see her, and she held her own. She looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
did her thing. So yeah, definitely want to
Yeah.
make sure we continue to have women representatives.
She helped.
MC Light was, I mean, stellar. The
Yeah.
Brat, the Brat set was so good, and then she showed us, her suite. So those artists are really upstairs living the good life.
Yep.
'Cause I was like, thank
Yeah.
you, Brat, for showing
Yeah.
me that
Yeah.
I ain't made it just yet, but thank you for giving me this preview. It looked really good. So they definitely, keep it comfortable for them, and that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
And Mia
I
X
stay
did
out
her
of
thing
these
last year.
conversations.
Remember?
Yeah,
Oh,
Did
she was on
she?
last year. Hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She was there last year. She was a late ad this year, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. So like you, Destiny, I'm a definitely down south fan. I rocks with No Limit. So when I saw her on there last year, I was like, damn, is Mia gonna have enough music? I wonder what her
Hmm.
set would look like. Shit,
Hmm.
Hmm.
she showed me real
Yep.
quickly.
You
She
sure
showed me
did.
real quickly. I was like, okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hits. hits on top of hits. They have them. You just
Mhm.
kind of forget about it, right? Like I was
Yeah.
watching,
Built
who was I
very-
watching? Even the
And
Locks. I
she's
think I was
so
watching. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that song. You know, it was great.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
those
think I
people
did
thought I
that
was
with
crazy as much as I rapped the locks during their set. I know the people around me because they were just looking like, why does this little posh girl know all of these? I know all the lyrics. When I saw Jada in Tappanyaki at the hibachi spot, I said, Jada, I have been listening to y'all since I was in middle school. I needed him to understand that. So my inner hood person that my kids don't believe exists, my inner hood came out at that
Said
lock
inner
set.
hood.
Those folks were looking at me like, this is crazy.
so what do your
all of these lyrics.
what do your kids think about mom coming onto the hip hop cruise and all that?
Oh my, I couldn't show them all the videos. Okay. So let's just say that because again, I have a 22-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 5-year-old. So I had to really censor what they saw. But they
Mhm.
know they get too wild and that locks is gonna come right out of me. But
Right,
again,
right.
it was so good. I cannot. I don't think I'm gonna come down off the high.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah, that is
absolutely.
what's up. It's funny. I mentioned to Dre and Epps. Shit, what's the day? Saturday, it's a Thursday night.
Mhm.
My 26-year-old, so he's an alpha, and that's my mini me. So he was like, Dad, I think I'm gonna go on the cruise. I'm gonna go on the cruise with y'all next year. I said, well, I don't know if the cruise ready for you. All them aunties, you coming out of there with some phone numbers. I know how you roll. You coming out of there with some phone numbers. I know how you roll, partner.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
And I met
it's
some younger people. I thought I was going to be relatively young, but I know I met a couple of ladies who were my age, and we hung together. And then there was a young guy from Durham, and I think he was a Kappa. He was a Kappa, and I think he told me he was in his late 20s, if I'm not
Oh, that's the
mistaken. So
30-year-old that they was that
that
Doc
they was joning
Ed Lover
on.
was
Yeah,
messing with.
yeah.
had to have been
That
because
was
I
him.
mean, he again, when you love hip hop, you love hip
That's
hop. I
right.
don't even know if it's really an age
It's
thing
not.
at this point. You know,
It's
old
not.
school hip hop, you know, the new hip hop, you know, will inspired what. So again, it was just it's an experience for everyone. Some of my friends who are coming because I'm bringing a lot of people next year. I just had to say, like, please, whatever you're thinking, if you're thinking about old, you know, old school hip hop, please, it's that plus more. So don't try to put Rock the Bells in any one box because it really,
Right.
and just the history, all of the histories and time, that was so good. Like hearing their stories, hearing it from their perspectives during that time. I mean, it is it's a culture, it's a hip hop culture cruise, if anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Especially like if you know their story, like if you know their story, when you after you hear their story and then you look at the performance, it hits different. Like this is what
Sure.
he went through to get to this. And I listened to that podcast, that live podcast with um who was it?
Deluxe.
No, Buckshot and like they
Mhm.
went through some state like it was a whole
Mhm.
like dang they did all of that and here they are right there. So it was cool. Like I like to hear the stories. Like and at
Yeah.
first I didn't, but I was just like it's interesting because now you know who you're listening to, what they went through. It wasn't like just
Mhm.
oh I got a record deal. They all worked hard for those record deals. A lot of
Yeah.
work they put in. They put a lot of work in.
Yeah. I think even listen to MC Light during her question and answer. I mean, she
Mhm.
broke down a lot of doors, and
Yeah.
even to watch the Grammy nominations yesterday. I mean, you have so many women rap artists who have, but they couldn't have gotten there if it wasn't for someone
Right.
like the Light. Just hearing their stories and watching them perform. I mean, it's unbelievable,
Yeah.
incredible
And I
experience.
think the panels, I think those panels are the most underrated
Yeah.
aspects of the show. Like y'all, I slid into the MC Light one, and just hearing some of the stuff she was saying, and like you said, the things that she was the first, and just
Mhm.
her thought process on different things. You
Mhm.
once again, you don't get that in too many other places, but to actually be there on the ship and to hear firsthand. Like I went into the one that I think it was the South had something to say with Nappy Roots and Little Brother and Dead Prez,
Mhm.
and just uh, hearing what they've been through, and especially coming from the South, because we know, yeah, the East Coast did their thing, and then the West kind of jumped out. In the South, it was a struggle there for a while, unless you were,
Mhm.
you know, said name artists. But when you hear the not so popular, like the Nappy Roots and stuff like that, and the things that they've been through, and coming out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, which that's actually where I went to high school and college at, was Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I know a lot of
Hmm.
their, the struggles that they went through. But the panels to me have always been the ones that kind of fly under the radar. And to your point, Destiny is never on my schedule, but then I somehow fall off in it, and I'm like, damn, I'm kind of glad I came in here,
So
Yeah.
happy
right?
you went. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly right. That's
Yep.
exactly right.
So yeah, I mean, it
So
was a good
hopefully they're
cruise.
adding the additional days because I did have a lot of overlap, just because there was so much to offer and there were so many things that we could do. And there was a few of them that I literally physically got up to leave just so I can go and catch the tail end on something. So hopefully with the extra
Mhm.
day next year, we can, really be able to experience more because it was so much. And I still feel like I didn't get everything that was offered this year. So I hope they did that with that in mind.
Yeah.
That's
I
actually a
know
good
there
point,
was
Destiny.
definitely. I'm sorry. Go
Sorry.
ahead, Nia.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm sorry, DC. I was saying Destiny is a good point. I left Bimini at 2:30 because I wanted to catch
Yep.
Afion Crockett's movie. So I think with the additional day, they will definitely make sure to kind of not overlap so much, and the way everyone can fully experience, especially the beach. I mean, that was amazing. But I had to leave early. I wanted to catch the movie.
Yeah.
I I I I think I could say this without tipping our hat too much. That is being taken into consideration.
Hmm.
Okay.
Not only because we're saying it, there were some artists that were complaining about the time. For instance, DJ Cool is high energy, but the times that they had him scheduled for was bumping up against other stuff, and he couldn't get the crowd participation like he really wanted, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, y'all, I'm hoping next year, instead of trying to cram, they just kind of spread it out some
Hmm.
so people can really experience everything. Well, first of all, you'll never experience everything. So I
Right.
don't even want to put that out there. You can at least experience the things that you want to take in and don't feel
Hmm.
like you're missing something else. Because, like which one of y'all just said it, I had to do that with the locks. I left out early on the locks because I wanted to go down and catch DJ Paul, which I was so
Hmm.
glad I did because, like I told y'all, it automatically took me back to my college days. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Yes.
And like you, need, I'm like, damn, I forgot about that song. Damn, I forgot about that song. Oh shit, that's my song. So I am hoping that they. Not really. I'm not going to even say I'm hoping. I know that they're taking in consideration
Hmm.
that,
Yeah.
but you're not going to make everybody happy.
Hmm.
And Dre will tell you. I said from day one. What did I tell you, Dre? I hope they don't have the comedy show up against other stuff. And then the lineup came out. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, the show right in the middle of this, and that. But
Yeah.
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 you got to
Comedy show against
sacrifice.
Jazzy Jeff, I believe, one night. I just
Yep,
said,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!
yep.
Like what?"
Just
Yep.
sacrifice some things to do the things
Yeah.
that you want to do. But I think the
Hmm.
main thing, especially just hearing what y'all have been saying, is just coming on there open mind and just enjoying yourself. Don't
Yes.
Hey, you might miss this, and this might not work the way we want it to work. But at the end of the day, hey, we on here loving on one another, building relationships, networking, and just
Yes.
having the times of our life. You
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
Or
and
to
Yep.
that point with the conflicts, as much as possible, one of the first things that I said when I was calling my family as soon as I got in there in the stateroom on the screen where they're showing like the navigations and where we are, they literally have hip hop playing. So I'm like, wait a second, I'm literally listening to "Get at Me, Dog" by DMX. On the show.
yep.
So if there's things that they can just record and they could replay, because of course those early mornings when I'm up just getting ready to be able to
Ooh,
turn it on, just this, this Rock the Bell channel and see some of the things that happened yesterday, even if it's not the full sets or
that's
whatever,
a
at
good
least
idea.
giving snippets for things, just so again I
Hmm.
can feel like, all right, I was able to see it and experience and see take from it. Or allow us to still access it, maybe for a month after the show or
Yeah.
something, just so
Mhm.
if we truly miss something, we can always go back and look at it. I think that would be a good thing to do. I know I heard Letty get on the intercom saying if you missed the hip hop story that Affion Crockett did, we're going to try to get it on, one of the channels, one of the stateroom channels. But I went looking for it just to see. But I think that would really be something for them to
Mhm.
prepare for, because there is so much being offered, and we just don't have enough time.
It's a great
Yeah.
Look
idea.
at Cousin Destiny. Look at Cousin Destiny with the great
Yeah,
idea.
it's a great
No
Them
idea.
some
pressure,
damn
especially
good
coming to
ideas.
school and trying to run everything.
That's what I say. It's different. We got different eyes on it. You get better ideas too, because
Yeah.
everybody sees it different. So you put them all together, and it's perfect.
Because at 3:00 in the morning when I'm leaving the Waffle House, that's the best time to
That's
sit in
right.
the room. We call the
That's right.
casino the Waffle House. When I'm leaving the
Yep.
Waffle
Yep.
House at 3 in the morning, I can go sit in my room and, like you say, watch something until I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Or I like the idea for 30 days after we get off the ship, we can go and access performances and see things that maybe we miss. I'm pretty sure there's some
Yeah.
copyright stuff they probably got to deal with it, but I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
they can work that out.
The only thing about that I'm fully for that. The only thing that I see with that being an issue for me is that I can't heal, because once I get off that ship, I'm gonna be so hurt because I miss my family. And to watch those videos and just get constantly
Yeah.
reminded what I've done, I'll be like, damn. So after the 30 days, my healing will just have to start after the 30 days of access. That's all I'm saying. The pay-per-view, whatever, I don't even care. But it's my healing won't start till after that 30 days. Because when I
Yeah.
left y'all, man, I honestly felt like I'm leaving my family. I was just like, damn, I feel a little like sad, like, because I'm gonna miss everybody.
No,
Like,
but Stephen,
Like,
I
I
was
was
still
depressed.
connected. I was still connected. All the people who I met were either on the Facebook groups. I was able to walk in the thick and thin swimsuit a showcase that she had. Annie is such a sweet woman. So we have a group me or WhatsApp. So I'm still in contact with everybody. So I can't even truly say that I miss them, because you really make connections
that's
with
true.
people
Yep.
that you meet up there.
Yeah.
With Dre in DC, it's you. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I got off the plane, walked into the hotel, and you two greeted me as if you knew me for the past 10 years. So
Appreciate it.
that it's the third timers. It's you guys who have really set the
Yes.
stage for making the
Thank you.
environment what it is. So thank
Yeah,
you.
we appreciate
Thank
it.
I appreciate it. I love y'all, man. I swear I love y'all, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just family, man. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like we've been saying from the jump, what we say, Dre, this is like a HBCU homecoming.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
Only
Homecoming.
thing missing is the bands. That's the only
Yep.
thing missing, right?
Yep.
It's 4 to 5 days with people that look like us, similar backgrounds. It's New York heavy, but who really gives a rat ass? It's
Right.
about networking and building those relationships. And to Destiny's point, if people, you would have thought me and Dre been knowing each other all our life. Me and Dre met the first year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
We met the first year, found out we was frat, and it's been love since, right? And
Love
and that,
that.
to me, that's what it's about. At my age, it's about those type of things, right?
Mhm.
Things that I can look back on and say, wow. Or where are you at, Destiny? Where you live at?
I'm in North Carolina, so when he mentioned Shaw, I said I got to talk to him about Shaw.
right,
And I
Shaw.
What part of North
graduated from NC
Carolina?
State.
What part
I'm
of North
in
Carolina?
Raleigh, the Raleigh area.
Okay,
Yep.
my wife is from the Tarboro Rocky Mount area.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I
Rocky
know
Mount, okay.
Tarboro.
Yeah. So, bingo. If I'm in North Carolina, guess who I'm going to call?
Mhm.
That's right. That's right.
We're going to call Desi. What you got going on? We go get a drink, go get something to eat.
Yep.
They barbecue ain't really barbecue, but we can go get some barbecue.
That's funny.
and Nia, I'm gonna tell you right now, get ready because our conclave is in DC
Okay.
in 2027.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm
And our
telling you now.
100th was in DC, and I was there, boy. And oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it was woo.
Yeah,
I'm
so
calling
let
you.
me know.
I
I remember-
I'm calling you. I'm letting you know right now. About 5 months out.
please. Oh, that would be fun. Oh yes.
Yeah.
But that comes from this, right? It comes
Yes.
from
Yeah.
meeting people and developing those relationships. And like Destiny say, you got your small little groups that you keep in contact with, and this podcast allows Dre and I to really reach out to everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to come on, or some of the artists we've had the privilege of being able to talk to them on here, and so. Dre, I don't know how to tell you this, bro. You ain't gonna never get over it because we talk about it 3
I
days a
know.
week.
I know. I just realized that, but that's cool though. It keeps me connected. It
Yeah.
does. It keeps me connected. So that's all
And
good.
guess what, y'all? Hey, we less than a year. We less
That's
than
what
a
I
year
keep
away.
saying. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
So,
I got my
It's
calendar.
crazy
I'm
when
gonna
you
be
say it
marking
that
stuff
way.
down. So,
it is.
but yeah.
Did
But that-
y'all? We hadn't talked about it. Did y'all get a chance to experience the casino at all?
Yes.
what
Yes.
night did you go?
Which night y'all go?
I
I
went
know
on
I
the
saw
night
Mia.
we had white on, so whichever
Okay.
night that was.
White,
Who was-
white,
who was-
white, white, white. Was
The
that
They're
night,
all
Chuck?
white.
That was the first
it
night,
was
right?
that
Second.
wasn't the first night. The
Nah,
first night was pajamas.
first night was pajamas. That was
That had to be Wednesday
Dio.
night.
Wednesday was Chuck.
Oh, he killed it.
Chuck, chill out. It was Wednesday night. So was
Yeah.
y'all in there the last night?
No, I wasn't in there
That-
at Halloween night.
I did go in. I went twice. I can't remember. To be quite honest, by the time those casino, I was done. Like I was just done. So I gave it maybe all of 10, 15 minutes, did a lap through, and I bid everyone a good night. And I was just done. But yeah, the music was jumping though. Everyone was having a great
Yes.
time. Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
said, the DJs really are the key. I don't think, well, we know that because we go to parties, but the DJs on this cruise really was the glue. Like every time that there was, let me tell you, who was DJ Ty Alexander? She was
just about
so
to bring
good.
her up.
Like when I tell y'all, it just being able to really subtly give to notice, like, all right, why is this vibe so good? It's because of the DJ. So yeah, the DJs had everything going. Yes, casino was, a little Vegas-y, right? It was a little some interesting things
She
going
said a
on
little
in there. But
Vegas-y.
hey, it's the end of the night, so I get that. But yeah, it's just a good time. It's a great experience. Everybody needs to experience it at least once. And that's what I'm telling my
agree.
family, my friends, everybody, you gotta experience it at least one time.
I agree with that.
It's twofold for Dre and I. We live for the casino. The casino is that's our time of the night. And to your point, everybody
With your
does.
wives? Were y'all in there with your wives?
So
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you see me 98% of the time, Yvette
yeah,
is either right next to me or right in front of me.
my wife, I try to give her come, but she's like, with her sleep, my wife don't play with her sleep. So
Come on now, I know that's right.
even
One
that,
thing I
like
can say about
10
my
o-
wife,
10 o'clock, like 10 o'clock at night, that's it. But on a cruise, she tries to hang. I mean, I think she hung like a couple of nights, but that last night, she didn't stay. I don't think she stayed. She didn't stay at the casino, but I stayed till 3, and that's
that shocked the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah.
looked up and you were still there.
I don't
was
usually
like,
stay that
"What?"
late. I get sleep too, like I leave around 1, something like that. But I stayed up late because it was Epps, it's my boy, and but yeah, my wife sleep. She don't be playing. She tries. There's some things she'll try to stay up for, but
Yvette
just don't-
Coleman is a true
I just
rider.
asked because there was just some things that was happening in the casino that y'all know how it is. End of the night, you wanna see
Well,
who's
I told y'all
available.
at the Waffle
Oh.
House, what go on at
Yeah,
the
it was
Waffle
the
House?
Waffle
at 3
House
o'clock
for
in the
real.
morning? It's
well,
the
we was
Waffle House.
we was chilling. We was like behind the DJ, sitting down, helping him out and stuff. So I didn't see much, but I do. Oh, let me tell you this though. I didn't see it this year. Maybe because I didn't walk like on the 11th deck or 10th deck. Last year, instead of walking outside, I walked inside the staterooms, the halls,
I already know what you're about to say.
and it's a long stretch. So 30 minutes, right? I'm looking, my peripheral vision is off the chisane. Like I'm seeing yellow. So I'm walking, I'm seeing yellow.
You seeing
I'm like,
yellow or was
"Dang,
you seeing
such a-"
orange and yellow?
I take a look to the right, pineapple. Upside down.
Upside down.
Pineapple. Upside down. Let me get the hell off this floor. But somebody think I'm looking for. Man, listen. Peace. I'm out.
Look, did any of y'all go to the Pop the Balloon show? I went there.
No,
Oh, I wanted to go.
No.
I
At the
missed
Pop
it.
the Balloon,
We
there was
wanted-
I
a
didn't do that one.
couple there who both of them, the husband and the wife, both was ready, and they made no qualms about it. They wanted you to know, I'll take a guy, I'll take a woman, I'll take anybody. They wanted them to join them. So yeah,
For
that's
real?
like, yes, they was wide open and they were ready.
Whoa.
So Pop the Balloon
missed
was really good. It
that.
wasn't well attended, probably because they added it so late, to the thing. But it's one of
Wow.
my guilty pleasures. I sit around and watch that, till I fall asleep. So I had to go and see it live, and that was just good. And even after the fact, I think I talked to Torre or one of the guys with Six Man, and I was like, "Look, did y'all get that couple to come up here and do that?" He was like, "No, it was real. They wanted that. They wanted anybody who was willing to join them in
They
their.
wanted that
I'm sure
smoke.
they had pineapples everywhere. Anybody
Yeah.
who was willing to join them, they would have had them."
Whoa.
And I wanted to.
Whoa.
Hey, I knew where you was going with that story, Dre, and I'm gonna add a little something to Destiny. So if you ever watched the Pop the Balloon St. Louis edition, my niece
That's my
has been
favorite
on there.
one.
My
That's
niece
my
has been
favorite
on there a couple of times. So when I saw she was on there, like, girl, I'm about to come and wring your neck. But
You're gonna have to send me that link tonight. Please send it to me because I
we
bet y'all already
grown.
seen it, but I
Okay,
want to
yeah.
know.
Dre, make sure I get Destiny's information. I'll find
right.
it.
All
while
right.
she was on it.
That's hilarious.
I watched Pop the
I knew
Balloon.
you was about to tell that pineapple story. I
Yeah.
knew it.
Look, Pop the Balloon is my thing. My phone, like, when I open up Instagram and Facebook and all that, it comes up. I just like watching it. I was a little shaky when I remember I told Letty, I was like, Letty, I don't know if you should do that because
Yep.
it might be some hurt feelings and people might have
Yeah.
some animosity toward each other
Especially
afterwards
they
for the
got
rest of the
liquor in.
cruise or whatever. Do it on the last night or something, but don't do it on a Monday where people got to see each other the whole week. That's the one that called me ugly, said I wasn't tall enough. I was concerned about that, but it seems like it was okay.
No, it was
That's
all
my
love,
show.
and they actually made a match, and it was a really cute match too. So it actually worked out well. And people who got their balloon pop, it was no hard feelings. Like
Oh,
y'all
good.
said, it was kind of a family type thing. It wasn't just that couple wanting to see who was down, and they was not afraid to offer their services. It was like, okay,
Wow.
we see what type of time we on. But yes,
Wow.
it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I have to tell my little crazy story then. So also the first year, after one of them Waffle House nights, I don't know. Now this was one of the few times I wasn't with my wife, so I don't know if I was running to get her something or whatever. So I had to use the bathroom. So I walked into the bathroom, and when I walked into the bathroom, I saw some adult activities going on. So I had to turn around and walk back out real quick. Give them their space. But it be on and popping. I think we had a
It
couple
be
of
on
Rock the
and
Bell
popping.
babies after the first year. There was a couple
Yeah.
of Rock the Bell babies running around.
Yeah, it be on the pop. I
Yeah.
saw some body parts in that casino. So
Yeah.
I'll leave it
Ooh, see, that's why I go to
I seen
bed.
body
I,
parts
I,
everywhere.
at that. I saw some
I
body
seen
parts.
what I tell you, Dre. I think I seen more. Excuse my language. I think I saw more ass and tits on the damn boat this year. Literally, not know just it was covered up and
Yeah.
you could see a little bit. I know what some people look like in real. If they was to walk in this room right now and I didn't see no face, but I saw their middle section, I better put them out. That's how.
he's like, I've seen this before. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You don't. It's a fine line. You want to have a good time, but you don't want it to become a ratchet kind of.
Right.
Yeah,
You
Right.
know.
Right.
You
Yeah, I
wanna have a good
remember.
time.
I think I told you, like, I've been with I've been with my wife 28 years, right? We've been married
Oh my God.
28, together 32. I think that's right because my numbers is right. We got married in 98.
What's up, bro?
But
Awesome.
all those years of marriage, I'm well trained. I trained myself. I have a little bit of help from her. Like, I look, half the stuff that come at me, I don't even bother to address it. Like, it's just, I love who I love. You know what I mean?
Yep, it is what
And
it is.
it doesn't matter. Like, you can have the biggest butt and this and that, but that ain't worth all those
That's
years,
right.
you know?
It's not worth you
That's
losing
right.
your whole right.
And then
I
the
told
first
you,
year, I told
I
you
got to
this.
ride or die.
Remember the first year? I think I told you some chick knocking on my door at 3 a.m. because they thought
Saw
that
pineapple. Thought she
they
saw
thought one of the
pineapple.
celebrities was there that stayed in that room. Why would the celebrity stay in the regular old people room?
Now
I
hold
was
on, they ain't
like,
got that many suites, so I know some
exactly,
of them celebrities were in some regular
Oh,
rooms
man.
because
they put
I was
somebody
like,
slid a pineapple on Dre's door and he didn't know it.
You didn't know it. You didn't know
I'm
it,
like,
Dre.
oh heck no, I'm good. Like I'm good. The only time, usually me and my wife is like stuck together. This year it was kind of a little different because I mean we did a lot of things together, but she just didn't want to come to certain stuff. Like the stuff with Epps, helping Epps out. We had to meet with Letty and Bear about the Rock the Bells cruise for next year, just some ideas they was throwing out. So, but for the most part, I mean, we stuck there. And when she went and got her little massage, she just left me like an orphan. Like that massage, she don't be playing.
Right.
But yeah, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have somebody to share with. It's cool to be by yourself. It's cool to you amongst family. So it really
Well, I
it,
tell
it
you
really
what,
was just a great cruise. So
Dre, you ain't about to get me in trouble, so let me tell mine then. So we've been rocking 28, about to be married 27. But
mm,
one thing I can say about
Amazing.
mine, one thing I can say about Yvette Coleman, that's my ride or die. So she realized I'm still a man. I'm still gonna do mannish, stupid shit. She knows, but I will never be disrespectful, right? So this year was probably, yeah, like you, Dre. There was a lot of time we went together this year compared to the first 2 years. And like you say, whether it was we was running with Epps or meeting with Six Man or shit, just me and you running around.
right,
But needless to say, like we tell people about the cruise, and like I know I tell folks, if you and your relationship is not 100, don't the cruise might not be for you because you're gonna see some stuff. And I don't
Mhm.
know if this year, because there's so much craziness going on in the world and people were needing an outlet, so this year was a little bit more freestanding and open than the last couple of years. But I tell folks, the cruise could possibly test your relationship. But if you solid, you just coming on there, like you said, Dre, you ain't even paying attention
yep.
to all the stuff. Or if you got a wife like mine, she pointing it out for me. Boy, you see that? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Look, with my
Yep.
sunglasses on. Mm-hmm. But,
Listen,
but when you've been together that long, I hope you could be like that in your relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
mm-hmm.
I'm
Yep.
not going nowhere. She not going nowhere. Shit, we stuck together. But I think that's where I'm at in my life. That's what make going on cruises and doing different things so cool. Because really, she more like my best friend than she is my
Yep.
wife. So I don't
Exactly.
mind doing stuff like this with her. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
she did follow me for 20 some years in the military and some places that I know she didn't want to be. Hey, let's rock and roll and have fun. So
Ain't
yes.
nothing wrong with
And I
that,
will
brother.
say, just in terms of the amount of men, I'm sure because it's a hip hop cruise, there were, a really good amount of men. I would still probably say there were more women on the cruise, but I think it was numbers wise, it was really good. So I plan on bringing, some of my guy friends, some of my line sisters, some of my family members, single, married, whatever. Because again, they have a lot for any type of setup that you may have. They have something there for them. So, but it was good. It was refreshing because most of the times when we go on cruises, it's usually couples or a lot of single women. So this one, I guess, because it is a hip hop themed cruise, having that many guys and not having so many more women, that was really refreshing as well.
Yeah. Yep.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all coming on. This is
Likewise. No, thank you guys. This was really good. Thank you, Dre. Thank you, DC. It was
Thank
good
you.
seeing
Thank
you,
you.
Tia. This was really good. It was just great meeting all of y'all.
Yes.
same.
Thank you
If
Absolutely.
for
y'all want to
having
come
us.
back on, just let us know. You know.
Yes. Thank you for
Absolutely.
having us. This is a great conversation for
Yes, it
sure.
was. And we got
Most
we
definitely.
got to do some other conversation, have some other conversations too. So in the future, so I'm looking forward to that. And
We're gonna have a D9. We need to have a D9 podcast.
that would
Oh,
be
that'll be
nice.
And I'm
good.
not saying that to
Yes.
be I'm saying that real time because D9 definitely they represented every year, but they definitely represented this year. And I mean, hell, we even had IOTAs on there. When the last time y'all seen an IOTA?
Yep. Yep.
So
It was
no
nice.
disrespect to my UPS brothers, but anyway, hey,
And it
you
was
know,
still
Come on,
some
man.
who didn't even know. So we got to get the
Did you just
communication
call him you?
together.
Come on, man. You wild. I'm not repeating that. I'm gonna edit it. No, let me.
It was
Drake, can you
still
edit that out?
people. I've met
right?
sorors where I met people in other D9 organizations who didn't know anything about the meetups and things of that nature. So again, we got to come up with a way how we can really tap into it at least one good time while we're on the ship, because it was so many. Again, I was just meeting people left and right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you brought up a good point, and I know Luciana and Maggie,
Mm-hmm.
Jamala did a great job getting it all together this year, and I know that lessons learned, just like everything, to make it better. I've already seen the push, and I think I'm going to definitely the next time we talk to Six Man, I'm going to make a push on it as well. Have the D9 stuff on the calendar. That
Yeah.
way, no one should say they didn't know because it's on the calendar and they can plan to be there and also have it at a time where now I'm being picky, but have it at a time where nothing else is going on, so we don't feel obligated.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gotta make a choice. Do we go down here and see our D9 brothers and sisters, or do I go over here and see Snoop? If he was on the boat. So
Mm-hmm.
I know they're
Yeah.
making a push to try to get it on the calendar.
That would be good.
That's a good point.
Well, thank you, ladies. We appreciate you coming on, and feel free to come back. I enjoyed it.
Likewise. Thank y'all.
Thank
Most
you
Definitely
for
definitely.
talk.
having
Please
us.
hang on for a second once we get off. Y'all hang
Yeah,
on.
just stay on before we when we get off. But appreciate y'all, everybody else. I really thank you. We thank you for watching because I do this and he and DC does do this because we get motivated when people watch and they want to hear what we have to say, and we just want to inform, entertain, and just be amongst the people. So we thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming up to us and treating us like we were stars. I never had that before. It felt great though. I ain't gonna lie.
We were
Felt
C-list
great.
celebrities, bro.
Felt great. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode. We out here. See y'all later.
Peace.